Welcome to our lecture online. Here we have a little bit more complicated example. Instead of just two charges, we now have three charges, and they're not all of equal size. Q1 is equal to Q, Q2 has a charge of 2Q, and Q3 has a charge of 3Q. The charges are a distance d apart from one another, and now we're asking to find the force on the third charge Q3 due to the presence of the other two charges. So now we're going to have to do some vector addition. First, we're going to graphically show the forces between Q1 and Q3, and then the force between Q2 and Q3. The force between these two is much smaller than the force between these two. First of all, they're farther apart, and secondly, this is a smaller charge than this one. So I can, with a small arrow, indicate the force between charge 1 and charge 3. So I can just say the force between 1 and 3 is going to be this vector right here. And then the force between these two must be a much greater force. That's going to be force between 2 and 3. And then, of course, the total force is simply the vector sum of those two combined. All right, so the way to do that, we can then simply say that F total is simply the vector sum of F between 1 and 3 plus the force between 2 and 3. So let's go ahead and find the magnitude of those two forces first, and then we will add them vectorially. So to find F13, we can say that the magnitude of F13 is equal to K times Q1, which is Q, times Q3, because that would be Q3. That would be 3, let's see, that's 3Q. Let me go ahead and write that. So times 3Q divided by, and be careful here because 1 and 2 here doesn't mean the same as 1 and 2 over there. This is just a general equation indicating there's two charges there. In this case, it's charge 1 and charge 3. And so maybe what I should do is put that in just so that we don't get confused. Let's do it like this. And then the distance between them squared, that would be, let's see here. That is d plus d, which is 2d, and we have to square that. So we'll go 2d quantity squared, which is equal to 3k q squared divided by 4d squared. That's the magnitude of the force between the first and the third charge. Then to find the force between 2 and 3, this is equal to k times q2 times q3 divided by the distance between them squared. So in this case, that would be k times q2, which is 2q, q3, which is 3q, all divided by the distance between them squared, and the distance between these two is simply d, so it's just going to be d squared. And so when we multiply this together, that gives us 6k q squared divided by d squared. So this is the magnitude between 1 and 3. This is the magnitude between 2 and 3. So now to find the total force, F total, this is equal to the sum of F13 plus F23. And notice I have this now in vector format, so we do have to take into account direction and magnitude. So this is equal to F13, which is equal to 3k q squared over 4d squared in the positive x direction, plus the magnitude, which is 6k q squared divided by, in this case that would be d squared, and that's also in the positive x direction, so they're both pointing in the same direction. So we have to add 6 plus 3/4, so this is equal to, the common denominator is 4, that would be 3 plus 24 over 4, because that's 3/4 plus 6 over 4, 6, which is 24 over 4, times k q squared over d squared. So, oh, and I'm forgetting something. This is still a vector, so it's in the x direction. And so that would be equal to 27 over 4 times k q squared over d squared in the positive x direction. And so that would then be the ultimate result, the force on the third charge due to the presence of the first two charges. And that's how that's done.